Hi there, Ken and Danny here, and today I'm gonna tell you a little bit about using a power meter and what kind of help it is for our training and racing. It's a nice evening right now here in the Ken and Danny studio. I just got off the bike, but I'd like to tell you about my previous testing of my FTP, which is the functional threshold power. The FTP tells us a lot about pacing, and also it helps us to establish all the training zones for us. But anyway, today I'm showing you my two different tests. I've already made three times testing on my power meter that I have in my Tax Bushido. I will just tell you that in October my FTP was 221 watts. In November that was 239, so it was 18 more. And now it was 267, so it was almost 30 watts plus. I'm very happy with that. And here on my screen you can see the first test here in October and the last one. How does the power meter help? Let's just analyze my first test. This is just the warm-up, so we will start with the test. We'll just look at the test. Alright, so this is a 20-minute test that you just give all you have in your legs, and that's the one from 21st of October. As you can see all information about me here, and the average here for these 20 minutes was 221 watts. It was not this 209, because this one is the average with the warm-up and the cool down. I don't know why doesn't it say here. It's not very clear, but after the test you can see some information on the display on your screen that it was 221. So this was the first test I've made after a couple of years of my off season, I would say, on the power meter. And let's just see what I've done. I'm starting here and I'm using maybe 20 seconds in order to find my pace, and I thought my pace was a little bit around 330 watts, which was way too high, as you can see, because it just started dropping and dropping and dropping and dropping. And after a couple of minutes I would struggle to stay just above 200 watts. As you can see, I'm doing 230, 240, 230, 220, 240, 220, and then it goes down to 214, and then somewhere in the middle of my test it's 219, 212, and then 210, and here's the bottom. It was like 205, 207. So I'm really struggling. That means I didn't know how to pace. And then at the end I was able to do some sprint or the finish, doing maybe like over 300 watts for a couple of seconds. But if you look at the testing that I've done just 2 days ago, all right, so this is the other one. That's the testing I've done just 2 days ago, and as you can see, is way better. I have had the 267 watts on average. So this is my FTP right now. So my training zones just got up here, but also it's not only my higher wattage, the better FTP. It's not only thanks to the highest level of my fitness, but also it's due to what I've learned, and it's how to pace with the power meter. This is where I began my testing, and this is where I finished. And as you can see, I would start quite slowly, using maybe a minute or so to find my pace, and that was around 200, and yeah, that was 300 watts here. I just felt good here. I knew that 300 watts wouldn't be my FTP, it will be lower, but I could hold on to it for some time. So you don't see like a peaking here and then fading. I would hold to around 300 watts here, 286, 300, 295, 302, and so on. Then somewhere in the middle of my testing, I'm getting tired. I'm waiting to just count down from the other half, the second half of the test. So I'm quite struggling here in the middle, having 280, 260, 250 even, 249. And then I was able to go back to around 300 watts, and it would go down a little bit. But what I wanted to tell you at the end, small sprinting around 300 watts. What I wanted to tell you comparing those two tests, the fitness test, is that with the power meter you learn how to pace, and this is a great thing for us as cyclists. I knew I couldn't go like 330, 350 that I would do for the first time during my first test. This one was quite stable, it was much better. I could probably give a little bit more here, because I shouldn't be sprinting in the end. It should be quite stable, but it's still something we should learn. So my fitness level is better now, but I'm also a better cyclist because I know how to pace using power meter. So when I'm shooting for our Polish championships of cyclocross in January, it will be the 10th of January, so I have a month left. I will be better cyclist, and I hope I will be just the best Cannondale ever during that racing. So I'm not gonna win or so, but I will definitely see improvement in my training, and I'll be ready for the next season of my cross-country racing. So this is what I wanted to share with you. It's great experience using power meters. I don't have one in my bike, but I'm using the one on Tacx Bushido, and I'm happy with this one. If you've got some questions, any questions, just put them below the video, and I'll be happy to talk with you about it. I'll see you soon in another video about training or bike maintaining or anything I would like to share with you. See you guys, bye bye.